Hi, it's Miss Diana from NACOG Head Start, and it is story time. Have you ever heard of Dr. Seuss? Dr. Seuss is actually short for Theodore Seuss Geisel, and he wrote lots of books, and some of them he illustrated too. And when he first started writing, he had a pseudonym. Do you know what a pseudonym is? It's a fake name or that he used to write, and it's could be even a nickname, like Dr. Seuss is like a nickname for him. So when he first started writing, he wrote as Theo Lasique, which is his last name backwards. And I have a book that he wrote as Theo Lasique. And this one, he didn't do the pictures. This one was illustrated by Richard Erdos. It's called Come Over to My House. And it's a very old book. It's even older than me, just a little bit older than me. But it's older than me. And when I was a little kid, I had this book and I loved it. It was one of my favorite books. I'm going to read it to you today. Come Over to My House by Theo Lasique. Some houses are bricks and some houses are sticks. Some houses are square and some houses are round. There are all kinds of houses around to be found. Some are on stilts high up off of the ground. Some houses are wide. Some houses are thin. Some houses are so thin you can barely get in. But wherever you go, you will hear someone say, "Come over to my house. Come over and play." You see the friends he has? Come over to my house. The fishing is great. They bite all the time and you don't have to wait. Come over someday and bring plenty of bait. My house has a kite that can whistle and sing. Come over someday and bring plenty of string. My house has so many big pine trees outside, we can slide on my wonderful pine needle slide. The roof of my house has a stork on a nest. The roof of my house is a good place to rest. You can play on my roof, but my house is so tall, it's a long way downstairs to go after the ball. Uh-oh. Do you think they lost the ball? My house is bright pink and it's happy and gay. Our streets are wet water. We like it that way. Come up on my porch and I'll give you a treat. Spaghetti. We'll eat and we'll eat and we'll eat. We'll eat 20 miles of it. We'll eat a ton. Food at my house is such wonderful fun. Come over to my house and sit by the fire. My fire burns trees and it's hotter and higher. There's two different kinds of fireplaces. Our fire's in a stove. It makes beautiful heat. Come over and warm your cold feet. Come over to my house. I live on a boat. I live in a city of houses that float. Have you ever heard of a houseboat? Come into my houseboat. Have supper with me. I'll give you cold rice and a cup of hot tea. I eat with chopsticks and you can learn how, but boy, you're terribly sloppy right now. Have you ever tried to eat with chopsticks? It's kind of hard to do. Come over to my house and stay for the night. We have 200 rooms. So I'm sure it's all right, but don't touch the tigers. They're liable to bite. I don't know if I'd want to stay in a place that has tigers. Over at my house, you'll eat funny fruit. You'll ride on my llama and toot on my flute. Do you see the fruit on this cactus? It's cactus fruit. But you got to be careful of the thorns. My house has books and they're all very fine. I'll learn to read yours if you'll learn to read mine. Do you see that it has different kinds of letters than we use? There's different kinds of alphabets. In a faraway place, in a wide empty land, my house is a tent in the wind and the sand. At my house, I'll show you a wonderful show in the night in the sky when the northern lights glow. My house has an ostrich. Hop on, take a ride. But watch where you're riding. Don't ride 'em inside. Have you ever seen an ostrich? I've seen 'em. I've never tried to ride one. In back of my house lives a red kangaroo, 2 koala bears, also an emu or 2. Come over and play. We're all waiting for you. See those different kinds of animals? This one's the emu, and then look, it has a little baby emu. My house is quite cold. I need fur to sleep in. My house is quite hot. I just sleep in my skin. Is it hot or cold where you sleep? I sleep in a bed with a big puffy puff. Come over some night. We have puff puffs enough. In my house, I sleep on a mat on the floor. There's a mat here for you, but I hope you don't snore. What does your bed look like? Come over to my house and we'll milk a cow. It isn't too hard, and it's time you learned how. You can milk goats at my house, so come with your pal. It's easy. You'll find the milk back near the tell. Have you ever milked a cow? I have. I've never milked a goat, though. My house has a reindeer. Come on, don't be shy. Step up and start milking, boy. Give it a try. Wow, did you know you could milk reindeer too? Every house in the world has a ceiling and floor, but the ones you like best have a wide open door. Some houses are rich, full of silver and gold, and some are quite poor, sort of empty and old. Some houses are marble and some are just tin, but they're all alike when a friend asks you in. There are so many houses you'll meet on your way, and wherever you go, you will hear someone say, "Come over to my house. Come over and play." Do you like when you get to go to a friend's house? I do. It's nice to go and visit or to have someone come over and visit you. One of the things I liked about this book is all the footprints, and I would follow the footprints with my finger over and over and over again. Have you ever made footprints in the dirt? Have you ever followed somebody's footprints? It's kind of fun to do. Or to see animal footprints and try to figure out what animals they are. So come over to my house. What's your house like? Did it look like any of the houses we had in the book or that I have up here? Or was it different? What color? What shape? Maybe you could draw a picture of your house. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Your local library may have this book available for checkout. Remember to read every day. Happy reading!